The deal that took longest to firm up is now done. Callum Slattery has signed a 3-year contract at Hillsborough, becoming Wednesday's third signing of the summer, and the player himself called it an easy decision once he knew the Owls wanted him. That phrase is worth holding on to, because it speaks to something Wednesday have been selling all window. Slattery was, by the sporting director's own description, one of the most sought-after free agents available this summer. He had options. A 27-year-old midfielder coming off a strong season, with a Motherwell side that finished fourth and qualified for Europe, was not short of suitors, and yet he chose League One with this club. For a side rebuilding from the bottom, persuading a player in that position to drop a division for the project is exactly the kind of recruitment win that signals the pitch is landing. The 3-year length matters as much as the signature. This is not a short-term patch. Wednesday have committed to Slattery through what Simon Wilson called the prime years of his career, and tied a player with genuine resale value to a long deal. He fits the template the club has followed throughout the window in its senior signings: experienced, proven, signed to a contract that protects the club's position rather than leaving it exposed. Wilson's framing of the player carried an unusual note. He referenced Slattery facing adversity at times and responding well, maturing on and off the pitch. Sporting directors do not usually volunteer that a new signing has had difficult periods. Including, it suggests Wednesday have done their due diligence on the person as well as the player, and are confident the version arriving at Hillsborough is the settled, consistent one his recent Scottish Premiership form reflects. For a dressing room being assembled from scratch, character is not a secondary consideration. Slattery now joins Ricardo Santos and Jordi Liongola as the foundation of this rebuild, and the shape of that group is becoming clear. A central defender, an attacking fullback, and now a box-to-box midfielder who can operate across several roles. The spine is forming with experience and versatility as its organising principles, precisely as Wilson said it would. The familiar caveat applies, as it does to any signing arriving from the Scottish top flight. Slattery's peak years have been spent north of the border, and League One will test whether those qualities translate to the English third tier across a 46-game season. His academy background at Chelsea and Southampton and his England youth recognition point to a player whose foundation was always English, which softens the concern, but it remains the one thing only the season can answer. For Leeds, the calculation is simple enough. Which club gives their young striker the football that moves his career forward? Wednesday's answer to that question is only convincing until the day they sign someone to score the goals. Gray cannot yet be relied upon to provide.